What's going on, people? It's your boy DB Facts with Trill News Now. And today I come to you bringing you live news about what's going on in the current climate today in the political theater. Now, the reason I started my show is because I believe there's a lot of things that the real news don't tell us. They don't give us the facts. They only tell us what fits their narrative, what's going to bring up the ratings. It's never about the truth. And if so, it's a half dressed up truth. But I'm here to bring you guys the real truth, the whole truth, and nothing but the truth. Laced in all facts. No hyperbole, no dramatics, just straight news and straight truth. Now, today I want to discuss a word that's really was entered into the political lexicon about 2011. Brought to you by none other than the lugubrious leech that resides in the White House today. Birtherism. This is where somebody runs for office, especially high office, and you question their legitimacy as an American citizen. Now, to my knowledge, and I've been a fan of politics for a very long time, it's just come about with black candidates. So it started with Barack Obama going into his second term. Donald Trump decided to bring this up, and it caught on, and I believe it has a lot to do with how he made it to the White House, because he woke up a certain crowd, if you will. So he started with this, and it ran on out. 2016, he decided to be honest and say, well, yeah, maybe he is an American. No apology, just, it's a fact, and just moved on along. Cool. Fast forward to now. Last week, Joe Biden picked Kamala Harris to be his vice president. It took no time at all for the Republican Party to throw away their dog whistle and bring out the bullhorn, right? Is she legitimate enough to be president? Not legitimately mentally or whatever, but by citizenship. Is she legitimate to be the president or vice president? Now, it's such a stupid thing when you think about it. Well, not really, because what I'm about to tell you next is kind of nullifies that point. But one would think that for her to have had her own presidential campaign and to be picked, the problem is people don't know what the vetting process is like to be in these high offices. The vetting process is very meticulous, and they're not going to miss anything, and they definitely would not fly by the fact of if she's an American citizen or not, if it was something that they wanted to latch onto. But check this out. Or was not American citizen, excuse me, but born in America, okay? But you just think of all the presidents we've had in the past, and even just in recent time, mostly older white men. And in this country, oftentimes, if you have white skin, your authenticity or legitimacy is never put in question, right? But if you're black, it's a different set of cards. Now, check this out. Most people say, oh, well, we don't need to check most white men because all white people were born in America, so why do we need to check that? Well, guess what? Most black people were born in America. I mean, most, and not all white people were born in America. I mean, you have European countries that white people come from. It just is what it is. But let's just take it a step further. Take it a step further now. 2016 primary. You had Ted Cruz, who ran in the primary right along with the oof-koof that's in the White House right now. And he's a Republican out of Texas, senator. This man was born in Canada, guys. Do your Googles and find out if you think I'm lying. One thing I want you guys to understand is that sheep are fed information, but wolves hunt it. We hunt our own information. That's how we get to the truth. So this one was really shocking to me. And by the way, this guy, I don't mean any disrespect when I say this, because he is actually one of my favorite politicians of the past and one of my favorite war heroes. None other than the late, great John McCain. Ladies and gentlemen, John McCain was born in, I don't want to get this right, so I'm paraphrasing the city. I believe it's called Coco Loco, Panama. The city might be wrong, but the state, country, whatever, is 1,000,000% right. Panama. He was born in a city called Coco Loco, I believe. Panama. Now, the funny thing about that is, short of Obama beating him in the 2008 election, what? He would be president. A man who was born in Panama would have been president. So it's so funny, you always trying to make sure other people don't have their hands in the cookie jar, but this man didn't have his hand in the cookie jar. He almost took the whole cookie jar and the cookies and the recipe straight to the White House. But the thing is, it was never questioned. And I watched it too. I'm a fan of politics, so I watch all campaigns, like presidential especially. And in 2008, I was on it from front to back. You can ask my family, they'll tell you, because they were sick of it. But it's just something I love, right? So you have to ask yourself, why is it anytime in politics, anything vis-a-vis black people has to be put under deep scrutiny? Why? Why is that? Especially, and they put it out there to trick the minds of the people, because even if they weren't sure, that it's very easy to find out. Go to the Department of Vital Statistics or whatever, and you can find out if a person was born here or not. Period. It doesn't have to be a big news story. But they do that to try to shake the minds of the people, to make people feel like, well, man, I can't vote for somebody who's not a legitimate American. And they just put out there, and it's people, like I said, they don't investigate information. They listen to what they hear on the internet. I even tell people, period, don't listen to me. If I tell you something, if it makes sense to you, fine. But if it doesn't, please investigate. And like I said, bring it back to me. And I say, hey, man, my bad, I was wrong, because I'm a man at the end of the day. But, I think that something really has to happen with this, because it's not fair. It's not fair. It's not fair that every time, a black candidate runs, that they have to be scrutinized, while people who maybe should be looked at a little more are slipping through the cracks with no problem. That's a problem. So with that being said, people, I'll just say, I have way more coming. Please, if you enjoyed this, give me your comments down in the comment section, and let me know what you feel about this, because this is just my opinion. But I like to know how everybody else feels, so please feel free to leave a comment. If anything I said you think was wrong or can be contested, hey, I'm not perfect, but I do know that I've investigated these things, and this is the truth, and it can't be spun. So those sound like facts to me. So with that, it's your boy DB Facts, and I'm out.